Hello, my Maple Leaf fans. Welcome to the pregame before tonight's exhibition game between the Ottawa Senators and the Toronto Maple Leafs. I'll take you live to the pregame press conference. Enjoy.
Morgan, what's the feel been like with Chris Tanev so far?
It's been good. I think we're enjoying it. Change always brings some challenges, and it takes time to get used to playing with one another. But we've been working at it, and we've been talking a lot. So I think we're in a good place, and we're looking forward to some action tonight.
You get some sense that he's pretty pumped. I know it's a preseason game, but to play his first one in the building.
Well, I think so. I think we're all excited to be playing again, to be in a game day routine, and try to get back into a groove. And so I think we're all looking forward to being out there tonight. And obviously the new guys, maybe there's an added element, just wearing a new jersey and whatnot. So we're looking forward to it.
What stands out about the way Easton Cowan has come to the camp?
Yeah, he's obviously a very skilled player. I thought he had a great camp last year, and obviously had a good season in the OHL. And he's been here for a few weeks now. Training hard, he's been focused, and been putting in lots of work. So to come into camp and play well at his age is challenging, but I think he's doing a great job.
What will it be like working with Mark Savard? What's your initial impressions of him in the power play this year?
It's been fun. It's always different when there's new voices coming in, but it does bring an element of excitement. So I think we've all enjoyed working with him so far. I think he's excited to be here. So as we go, we'll just I'll continue to try to grow that relationship. And he's obviously very dialed in when it comes to the skill side, the offensive side of the game. So we look forward to learning and growing as a power play. And as we go, we'll just keep communicating.
What's the biggest thing you want to work for or work on the other part of the game?
Just timing. I think just getting used to one another. We've had enough practices now where I think we're pretty familiar with how we move the puck, how we talk, how we move around the ice, and I think it just comes down to timing now and just like little things and how he likes to play things, and but that'll just happen over time.
One guy that's brought a physical tone early on is Nikita Pregame. What have you noticed about him so far early on here?
Yeah, he's obviously very skilled. Good skater. He was here during the off season for a while, and again he was working hard and trying to get familiar with the building and everything. So I think he's done a great job. It's not easy coming into a new environment, and he's been outstanding.
Clyde Kuhlman is in the Sens lineup tonight.
Yeah.
What do you remember about when he was in Toronto?
Big strong guy. His name came up recently, and I didn't know that he was there, but obviously he's when he was here, he was a great player, and just the ultimate kind of 200-foot forward and worker and big strong guy. And I remember being young and him having that kind of imposing type of stature, and so good for him. I wish him nothing but the best.
Is it strange seeing Pacioretty in blue after all the years?
It is a little bit, actually. On media day I noticed it, and I hadn't really thought about it until then, but he looks good. So again, he's a guy that's when he was playing in Montreal and I was a young guy, we saw a lot of him, and he was a great player, and he's feeling good now after having some challenges. So that's you always want that for guys, and he's worked hard. So again, he's a guy that looks great.
So, what's tonight going to be like? Wearing that jersey, being in that dressing room, in that building on the home side.
It's going to be a lot of fun. I've said it from day one. I have a lot to prove, and I'm excited to get out there now and prove it in front of the fans.
You've been to a lot of training camps in your time coming in this situation. Does it feel different at all?
A little bit. I've been through a lot of training camps, but I haven't had a training camp in about 4 years or so with injuries and COVID. So definitely is nice to get up to speed. You realize how important training camps really are. I think that's a lesson for down the road or for anyone else. This is a great time to get shake out the rust, get together with the teammates and work hard. And like I said, I haven't had one in a long time. It's been really hard thus far, but it's also, I think, gonna pay off for me.
How's the body felt? Like, this has been a pretty grueling few days. Are you happy with the response you're getting?
Yeah, I feel amazing. I knew I would feel good, but I didn't know I'd feel this good, so I feel great.
What's sense about Grabenkin?
Yeah, really, I didn't know about him before I came. Obviously, Russian guy, those guys always have a lot of skill. He knows I have a little bit of a Russian background with my wife's family, so I've been trying to talk to him a bit, but, surprised me a lot in the scrimmage, had 2 really good looks, smart player offensively, and hopefully we can score tonight.
To pick up any Russian over the years?
Over the years, yeah, I know a little bit, yeah.
It's been like reunited with Ryan Reeves.
Yeah, great friend of mine. I always say best teammate I've ever played with. So important to have a guy like that on your team. He, sets the tone every morning in the room, on the ice, stands up for his teammates. Just the ultimate team guy. I'm so happy to be reunited with him.
What stands out about Mark Savard and kind of what the power play is going to be like this year?
Well, I played against him, and he was, it makes me feel old, but he was one of the best power play players at that time, and it's cool to see him come in and teach it the way he did it. Really savvy player, no pun intended. We had our first meeting and first day of power plays today, and just really good stuff in terms of kind of thinking outside the box and some plays that I haven't seen before, and looking forward to it.
We've seen you with Holmberg. Do you know who your center will be tonight?
Yeah, 91.
Wow, what's that going to be like?
Yeah, one of the best players in the league. Excited to play with him, and hopefully we can contribute tonight.
Easton, what do you remember most about your first preseason game last year? Is there anything you can take from that as you go into tonight's game?
Yeah, obviously a bit of experience for me helps. Last year, playing in Toronto, so it was a great atmosphere last year, and just a moment I'll never forget. And I'm excited for tonight.
So Craig pulled you aside there. What's his message going into this game tonight?
Yeah, he's just saying play my game. Play simple, get pucks out. Play north, and just play my game, and good things will come. So I'm really excited for tonight.
You said that you have to prove that there's no junior habits still in your game in this camp. Like, what are the junior habits that you got to avoid tonight?
Yeah, just stops and starts. I got to be good on those tonight, and little chip out. It's obviously not a lot of space out there, so just simplifying my game a bit will help me a lot.
Some of the guys have talked about how tough this camp has been. What's your sense of what it's been like under Craig here for the first few days?
Yeah, it's been really good. He works us hard, and he's friends with Dale, so Dale's practices are kind of similar, so that's helped me out a bit. But yeah, definitely some baggers.
Yeah. What is the biggest similarity between Dale and Craig that you've noticed so far?
Defense first hockey, and I like that, so it teaches you to play on both sides of the puck.
What sense about Mark Savard, obviously an OHL guy, coach back in the day, like what's he bringing to this coaching staff in the power play?
Yeah, he's been really good. Super nice guy to me so far, and obviously he knows the game very well, so he had some plays in the power play today, and I really liked them.
As a Leafs fan growing up, is it weird to see Max Pacioretty in the blue and white? And what has it been like, being with him and skating with him for the last few days?
Yeah, obviously a very highly, elite player, and sees the ice very well, and a super nice guy. So it's been pretty funny, obviously, seeing him in the blue and white, but he's a very nice guy to meet.
How have you found the first few days of this training camp with Greg?
Yeah, they've been good. High pace, emphasis on checking, but overall it's been a good few days, and the guys have been working hard.
How would you describe the competition at this camp, especially on defense? Obviously, some new guys brought in.
Yeah, there's a lot of depth, and it's good. Guys are competing for jobs, working hard, and I think everyone's just kind of focused on their own game and doing their best each day.
What were some of the things you wanted to work on this summer, maybe compared to?
Yeah, just getting stronger, faster. Wanted to work on my checking and being a little more simple with pucks, but overall just rounding up my game.
Was checking something you wanted to do more? Were you kind of looking back on the past year, or just Craig Riley's identity?
It's just something I've always been working on. I think I took a big step last year. I think I got a lot better in that area, and I think it's a little bit addicting once you start to improve on something and see that improvement. You want to keep going at it, so that was my mindset.
How do you work on checking?
Yeah, just obviously there's a lot of tips you can pick up from older guys, from the coaches, and then it's just getting reps, doing one-on-one battles, box-outs, things like that.
What's your goal for this season? What do you want to accomplish?
I'm just taking it one day at a time. I think I want to get better each day and try and round out my game, like I said, and be a complete everyday NHL player.
Marshall, how have you found the start of this camp so far?
It's been good. It's been competitive, and it's been good.
I'm not sure if you heard, but Austin had some nice words for you the other day. What's it mean that he's kind of recognizing you'll play early in this camp?
Yeah, I mean, that's obviously really nice of him, but ultimately it's the top guys that are setting the standard for the group, and that's very clear amongst the rest of us, and it's our job to kind of push them and make sure we're bringing our best effort every day.
What have you noticed about Austin early in this camp?
I mean, nothing that hasn't been said probably, but the main thing is just he's a really good person. He's respectful, and he's nice to everyone. He's got an amazing work ethic, and that's something that you don't really see until you get behind the scenes. And if anything, those attributes are even more important to someone like me.
You said he can tell you really want it. How would you describe your motivation coming into this season?
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone prepares and everyone wants it. I'm no different than any of the rest of the guys. I just try to prepare well and kind of let things shake out as they may.
What did it mean for you to get that extension this summer from the team?
Yeah, I think it's great. I love being here. I know the organization likes me, so it's good, but it wouldn't have changed my approach and the way things are this camp. I just want to work hard and listen.
What are some of the things you worked on this summer to improve your game to potentially get to the NHL level this year?
Yeah, I mean, I get feedback from the staff and the development staff, and I just try to take in what they want me to do. And it's not reinventing my game, it's just kind of building on my strengths and really honing in an identity and leaning into it.
What was some of the feedback that you did get?
I think I can use my feet even more sometimes and keep a tighter gap, and sometimes it's okay to fold interior and not be as aggressive. So it's just little things, but I think it's coming along.
How would you describe your identity as a player?
Pretty simple. I'm going to compete hard and try to play well defensively, and be a good teammate, and that's probably it.
What did the look in the NHL last year, getting into games, do for you?
It was great. You get a taste, and you kind of find where the gaps are and what you need to build on. So from that regard, it was really good.
What do you like about what Mark Savard brings to a power play?
Well, he was a very good power play guy himself. Obviously, when he played, if you look back with the Bruins and stuff, he did a lot of good things in the power play. He just has that mindset that skilled power play guys understand, and he has good ideas. He's always has some plays and different ideas, but he's got good structure on his power play.
So Riley there, obviously, with that group. Do you see him just that's his role, or do you plan on experimenting at all with that?
Well, it's early. I mean, you look at the power play here over the years, and Riley's been on it, a lot of it, right?
Yeah.
It's been very good. I think, I know we look back at the playoffs last year, it got dry, but, overall, it was pretty effective throughout the season. So we'll look at it. I'm sure we'll experiment at times, and we'll experiment at times throughout the season, too.
What goes into making a lineup when you have guys like the bank in and kind of mixing around trying to
I think, if you look at the lineup tonight, I got a lot of veterans in there at home tonight, some real good players, but I also have some young guys in there to look at, that have been good at camp, in my opinion, and, deserve this opportunity to get a look.
What have you seen from Cowan in particular at camp?
Just what he is. I mean, I think Cowan's he's a no-nonsense player for me. I mean, he's got great work habits. He's got a nose for the puck. The puck follows him. He can get gritty inside. He can score in different situations, but he's a worker. I mean, a worker that can produce is the way I put it.
Pacioretty is coming off some pretty serious injuries. What's your sense of him? How does he look so far?
Well, he looks really good. I mean, he looks really strong for me, and normal Patch that I've seen in the past. In camp here, he's been physical, in my opinion, too, which is good to see. He's a big, strong guy, and he's got a very good shot. We all know that, but his skating looks really good to me, which is a good sign.
What intrigues you, I guess, about him with Tavares here tonight?
Well, I just, I think that they can probably control a lot of the play in the offensive zone with their heaviness and good puck play, and they both can hang on to pucks in the offensive zone, and I think create a lot of ozone time, but also score some goals and some good opportunities. Like, it's a heavy line in my opinion. I think for them, they just got to make sure that they advance things throughout the other zones and play north and get it behind people and go to work. That's what I see in that line. Put those two guys together anyhow.
I don't know how much you pay attention to goaltending necessarily in camp especially, but what have you made? Well, how much do you know about Matt Murray, and what have you made of how he's...
Well, I've seen him over the years, obviously, and win Stanley Cup, so he's been a very good goalie. He's got great size, moves well in net. Great work ethic. Watching him, I've seen him here most of the summer, training, getting ready for the season. He's a good pro, and he's got size and ability in the net.
With the goaltending tonight, do you plan to split it half and half, or go with one guy?
It'll be split.